Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. So, I want to talk about Darren Till versus Luke Rockhold. I wasn't particularly interested in this fight until I watched the press conference, and Darren Till had me in stitches. I thought the press conference was brilliant. Luke Rockhold played his part, but Darren Till is entertaining, isn't he? He's witty, he's sharp, he's fast with his mouth, he's fast with his tongue, and he taught Luke Rockhold a new arsehole. I mean, I thought Luke Rockhold played a good part. He stood his ground. He said a few things back to Darren Till, and I thought it was fucking brilliant. But it's got me invested in the fight. It's got me looking forward to this fight, and I think it'll be a good fight. I do. Luke Rockhold has got elite striking. Luke Rockhold is an elite striker, and he has been for many, many years. Now, Darren Till was making it clear that Luke is chinny and he's soft. And I think his last few fights have proven that he is quite chinny. But Luke come back with something that he made a good point. Saying he didn't fancy the bare knuckle. He didn't fancy the bare knuckle, but they made him an offer he couldn't refuse, so he did it. And he got beat by Mike Perry. He stopped. He quit. But. Bare knuckles not for the faint-hearted. It's a ruthless sport. And I think when we follow the likes of Gary Fox and Danny Christie and Rico and Jimmy Sweeney, and we see what bare knuckle fighting is, it's definitely not for the faint-hearted. It's brutal. It's barbaric. And for someone like Luke Rockhold, who doesn't like getting hit, he uses technical ability to keep away. When we watch Luke Rockhold at his height of his MMA and UFC, his distance control and he used to control the distance and manage the distance with his kicks, and his takedowns and his grappling. But when it was bare knuckle and he fought Mike Perry was just in his face, was on him, and it didn't suit Luke. It didn't suit him one bit, but watching Luke box, I think Luke will do all right in boxing. I really do. I think he'll do all right against Till. But I do think Till will catch him and Till will put him out. I do think Darren Till will end up sparking him. Maybe he's in the third or fourth round. I think Till will catch him. Till is an awkward southpaw. He's an elite striker himself. And the reason why I say striker is because even though Darren Till, I do consider him a good boxer. I do think he is a good boxer. I just think that I'd rather say that these guys who've fought the world's best in MMA are just good strikers. They're really, really good strikers. They're not elite boxers, they are elite strikers. And you know this when you're around these people like Tom Aspinall and Darren Till, and you see the way they move, the way they control you, the way they're throwing feints and they're controlling the distance and the movement. You can see that the levels above everyone else. The way they're watching and time and everything, it's a different level to be around these guys, and I think Luke Rockhold will have that about him, where his twitch and his distance and his control will be again up there with the best. So I do think this fight makes for an intriguing fight. It will be pretty competitive for while it lasts, but I do think Darren Till will catch him, and I think Darren Till will put him out, because he is chinny, and Luke doesn't like getting hit, where Darren has proved, when he does his weight cut properly and he fights at the correct weight, he can take a shot. He can take a good punch. And I think he will stop Luke Rockhold third or fourth round. But I am invested in this fight and I'm looking forward to it. God bless.